Hey guys, this is Brian, aka Dr. Denim, and it has been a long time since I've made a video, and I'm coming back with my first video in a while, and today I want to help you increase your sales on eBay. There's some very powerful tools that eBay has that will help guide you in making better listings, which will result in more sales, which will result in more money in your bank account. I've been selling on eBay for a couple years. In the past year, I have really focused in on one niche, which is clothing and shoes. And as you can see, over the past 31 days, I've made over $15,000 in sales on eBay, and I want to help you increase those sales as well. So if you find this type of content actionable and helpful, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe also. All right, let's get right into how to do this. So on eBay, from the Seller Hub, they give you these tabs, and you want to go to, let's see, you want to go to the Sales tab under Performance. No, I'm sorry, that's the sales report. I'm sorry, let's do Summary. Yeah, here we go. So it's under Performance, click on Summary, and there's a lot of good information here, but what you're going to want to do is click right here where it says Download Listings Quality Report. And what this will do, this will open an Excel file from eBay with a lot of valuable information that will help guide you to create better listings. And better listings equals to more sales. So let's go ahead and open this up. As we are in Q4, of course, come on, open up. Here we go. Probably should have opened this up before. My bad. By the way, while this is opening up, me, Dr. Denim, the Thrifting Lounge, Dumpster Diver Dad, and Addicted to Hustle, we also have created a podcast. Let's see. Yep, close that. We've created a podcast. It's called the Reseller Roundtable. It's on Spotify and other places where you can find podcasts. We have a lot of reseller content on there as well, so you may want to check us out there if you're looking for content. Okay, so once you get to this tab, this is the first view. This gives you the summary. And it's really informative. eBay gives you your ranking compared to other sellers in your niche. For example, in men's clothing and pants used, I ranked 353 out of 54,000 and change sellers. This is based on GMV, that's gross market value. In other words, it's like how the dollar amount of sales you have in that niche. And you could see all your different categories. I don't know. Let me find my best one that I do volume in, like this condition status unknown. That's just a bad listing I make. Okay, so currently my best niche for sales is women's clothing, jeans, used. So used women's jeans. I currently rank 72 out of 122,620 sellers. Not bad. I do want to get in the top 10 and in a couple different niches, but that's for another day. All right. So here you can kind of see where you rank, and that's your report card. But the valuable information, let's see, is going to be down here on this bottom toolbar. And under this tab, you have the guide. It tells you how to use the report. That gives you all the information. I'm not going to get into that. You can read it yourself. I just want to give you the highlights. You have your Google shopping rejections. eBay sends your listings to Google to be available to be seen in search. I have 0 of those listings rejected. By the way, one tidbit, Google does prefer white backgrounds. So if you're worried about showing up in Google search, keep that in mind. Let's see here. We have pants. Let me move over here. Men's clothing and jeans. Let's just look at this one right here. Men's clothing and jeans. That's fine. So here's your buyer's funnel. And they give you three key components. And this is all under your traffic report too, the big picture. You have your impressions. What an impressions is when somebody searches for an item, if they type in men's jeans, if your listing comes up on that search page, that counts as an impression. Okay. And as you funnel down, the next item or category is a click through. So impression, it shows up. Click through, they actually click on your item. So now they're actually looking at your item. And then the last part of the funnel, which makes sense, is sales conversion. They've seen it, or at least your item shows up on their page. They click it, and then they actually buy it. That's the sales conversion. And this gives you like your rank versus others. If you're improving, or actually you're going down, like I'm up 6 in impressions, up 515 spots versus other sellers. And I don't know why that's a mistake. My sales conversion on men's jeans is not 0% because I sell men's jeans every day. Let's see if we can, here's the arrows to move over. Let's get to my best category. You see I sell on a lot of categories. All right, women's jeans. All right, yeah, this one's not messed up. We would have done it on men's jeans, but the data's messed up for some reason. But anyway, it's the same data. Impressions on women's jeans, click-through rate, and then your sales conversion. So on average, I'm getting 46 impressions in eBay search per day. My click-through rate is 0.23%, and then I'm converting at 1.96%, almost 2% of the items. And this gives you information how you're ranking. Obviously, you want these green arrows. You don't want the red arrows because you want to be moving in the right direction. All right, now let's get into the actionable items. All right, so as you move to the right over here, they call these benchmarks. And your items or your ranking is going to be in green. So let's kind of look at that. Here are the benchmarks. You have your daily impressions per listing, right? You have your store name, and then they give you a comparison of the top 10% of eBay sellers and the bottom 10% of eBay sellers. I don't know about you. I want to compare myself to the top 10% of eBay sellers because I do this full time and I want to be the best seller I can be. I do not want to compare myself to the F sellers. No offense, any F sellers. We want to move you on up. All right. So these are all of the items that eBay measures you in. In a way, this is kind of like a report card, right? So recommended item specifics. On average, in this category, I fill out 11 compared to the top 10% of eBay sellers fill out 9 of the recommended item specifics. So I'm winning against the top 10%, which is probably why I'm one of the top 100 eBay sellers in women's jeans. Look at this. The bottom 10% only fill out 5. Now, how can you use this data? Well, as you're creating your listings, take note of this. Pull up your report. How many recommended item specifics are you averaging per listing in your niche? How does that rate to the top 10%? And I wouldn't even really look at the bottom 10%, to be honest. So I'm winning in that one. All right. Next, here are these item specifics, brand name. And this also goes into your title, how you format your title, but that could be a video for another day. If you want to learn about how to format good titles on eBay that will lead to good sales, comment below, let me know, and we can make that video. All right. Do you have the brand? 100% of my listings on eBay in the women's jeans have the brand name. 98% of the top 10 sellers have it. 98% of the bottom 10. So almost everyone gets the brand. To me, that's like a layup, to use a basketball metaphor. Everybody's getting the brand because when most people search, that's the first thing they're looking at. All right, let's move on over. MPN, manufacturer part number, that really doesn't apply to eBay. That might be a style code perhaps. So you can see 1%, 2%. I don't think that one is that crucial. The ones that are crucial will show up in green, okay? UPC doesn't really apply on pre-owned jeans. If you have new jeans, that might apply. Okay, number of photos. And if you look, eBay, I believe eBay is giving you, I don't know if this is in order of how important it is, but the number of photos is very important. On average, I'm taking 10.3 pictures per listing compared to the top 10% is 8.1. The bottom 10% is 6.7. So if you're taking less than 8 photos per listing, you are not probably going to rank in the top 10%. And you can see I'm winning this battle against the top 10%. All right, number of keywords in the title. I'm averaging 12.7 keywords. The top 10% is at 12. The bottom 10% is at 10.3. So eBay gives you a certain length that you can use in your title, and the more relevant keywords, and the order matters too. And like I said, if you want information on that, comment below and let me know. We can make a separate video. But the title, the number of keywords, and the order both matter, and you want to use as many relevant searchable keywords as you can so that your item can show up in the search. All right. Free shipping. This is not highlighted green. I don't use free shipping on pre-owned clothing, and that does not hurt my sales. I think too many people default to free shipping when it's not necessary. I charge shipping for that. Estimated handling time. This is how long it takes you, your shipping speed. I have same day shipping. If you order your item from me, it will ship on the same day. There is a cutoff. Honestly, I cut mine off fairly early in the morning because I ship first thing, but I have 0 handling time versus the top 10% of eBay sellers are at 1.7. The bottom 10% are at 2.1. So this is an easy one. If you can ship daily or even ship next day, you can change your handling time. If you ship next day, you would be ahead of the top 10%. If you can ship same day, like me, well, that's even better. All right, 14-day returns, 30-day returns, 60-day returns. I don't do 14-day returns. I'm top-rated seller. I offer free returns, which I think boost me in the search traffic, and it also, in my opinion, decreases in false INADs, which are item not as described, because I believe a lot of people select false INADs because they want to get that free return. I'll gladly take your return back and just resell it. So that's my approach. 76% of my listings are 60-day free returns. Look at this. Only 3% of the top 10 do 60-day, and only 1% of the bottom 10. So here's an area that you can get a boost. 24% of my older listings are at 30-day returns. Looks like this is a sweet spot for most sellers. The top 10% is at 55%. But I'm trying to move to give myself every advantage I can to sell more items. Okay. Speaking of returns, accepts returns. 100% of my items I accept returns. Only 62% of your top 10 does returns, and 48% does returns. This is where a lot of people are messing up, because if a buyer wants to return an item, they can make up a reason to eBay, and eBay will force that return. So why fight it? Accept the return, and just, and just resell it. Like, actually, I found that most of my items that get returned, those items have sales history with eBay, and when I relist them, I actually relist them for a little bit more, and often they sell pretty quickly after being relisted. So I do not sweat returns. I think too many people sweat returns. It's part of business. I mean, if you own a brick and mortar, guess what? You're going to get returns. Quit fighting returns, and let's focus on getting more sales. Seller paid returns. 99% of my listings are seller paid returns, which are free returns. Look at, that's a massive advantage over the top 10%. Only 56% of them do free returns, and only 6% of the bottom 10%. So you can kind of see patterns, right? When you start stacking wins in each of these categories that eBay rates you on, it's going to give you an advantage, and you are the type of seller that eBay wants. And if you're the type of seller that eBay wants, guess what? They're going to send more traffic your way. All right. Promoted listings ad rate. I do promoted listings after an item has been listed for 30 days if it hasn't sold. I did have it set at 10%. I am lowering that a little bit. I think 10% is a little bit high and not necessary, to be honest. But you can play around with that promoted listing rate. You can see the average is 5% for the top 10. Order discount. I don't do order discount. I do a shipping discount, which multi-buy, I'm not sure about that one. Sales events plus markdown. I do sales. I do, like currently I'm running a 20% markdown sale on inventory that's 30 days or older. So 98%. eBay likes to see that sell markdown. I take best offers 100%. Now, I don't know why these are saying not relevant. This should be relevant. Some of this data, eBay for some reason, and I heard this in the eBay podcast for business, they don't release it all. And for some reason, they're not releasing competition, but you can see where you're at. ISBN doesn't apply. Significantly not as described. These are your items not as described. And to be honest, I would say 2/3 of them are false. And when this happens, and here's another video I can make. If you want me to help you, if you want me to make a video explaining how to deal with false INADs, comment below, and I can make a video. I report those buyers when they are making up reasons, and usually eBay will take care of that, and it will not count as an INAD. And INADs are bad because they are defects on your account, and defects on your account, if you get too high of a percentage, eBay can slap you with a 5% penalty, and 5% of $15,000 in sales is a lot of money, about $750. I actually had this at one point during the summer before I learned, Tech and Sports actually told me this, before I learned how to deal with those. Okay. Items not received. All of my items are received. Negative feedback, 0%. And here they give you your actual handling time. And once again, I don't know why mine is blank, but they do give you the top 10% actually takes 5.4 days to handle. I guess that includes the order comes in and it's 5 days later before it's actually shipped. Well, no, they say actual shipping time here. Those numbers just seem off. I don't know. I don't know if I would trust those numbers right there. So this is, once again, the listing quality report from eBay. And this data, if you look at the data, see how you are doing, compare yourself to the top 10%, make those adjustments. I guarantee you your sales, your items will show up in search higher. You'll get more impressions. As you can see the funnel, more impressions will lead to a higher click-through rate. Now you got to be pricing your items properly too. I mean, that could be another video. And then sales conversion, which ultimately is what we're looking for, those sales as we grow it. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, please consider giving me a thumbs up. If you want more content like this, subscribe to the channel. Also, you can find our podcast. That's the Reseller Roundtable. We are on Spotify. We also do a live Reseller Roundtable. We stream it live on YouTube on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And we rotate on channels. Every fourth one you'll find on my channel. So implement this, guys, and then reach back to me and let me know how it's gone for you. Hopefully your sales increase. All right. Happy hunting, guys.